overwhelmed by all the moving parts of running a business during a busy season? In this video, I'm going to share how I get things done during this busy holiday season. Two things are required: a plan to keep you organized and commitment to keep you focused. Before I start a new quarter, I review the previous one. It's where you find what worked, what didn't, and so on. Create your master to-do list by writing out everything that comes to mind, all the things you think have to be done. And from there, I determine the expected outcome. In my example here, I want to launch my membership in December before Christmas. That means I need to break down the tasks required for me to accomplish this goal. As you can see here, I've got week 1, defining membership structure. So I've got 4 things to do. And those things may or may not take a lot of time, but I've got 4 and there's 7 days, so I can break them down accordingly. I'm always positive, or I always be sure to not have a different thing for every day of the week, because things pop up and you may not get to work on it. And these are the urgent things that have to be done. So prioritize first and work with the time that you do have. Week 2 is going to be set up the platform and selection of the tech that we're going to use. I find that most of us underestimate how much time the setup takes, especially with software and tools that we aren't familiar with. As you can see here, week 2, I gave myself 3 things to do. If you're a newer person to technology, you'll give yourself a little bit more leeway to choose a platform and establish set the service up. Research, don't spend too much time. You wouldn't spend too much time on that because you can get bogged down. But choose a platform, work with it. See if it's a fit. You can always check in and switch up later, but get started. So whatever your main goal is for that bit of time, 2 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is, from the beginning, choose the primary outcome that you want, and then you're going to reverse engineer from there. That's how I came to the 12 weeks of what I'm going to do to set up that membership. The membership being set up and ready to launch is the goal. These are all the tasks that have to get accomplished to get there. And I've spread them out based on what has to be done in the order that it has to be done. Week 3 is going to be content creation and lead magnet. As you can see, I've only got really 2 things here because that's going to take quite a bit of time. So out of 7 days, I've got my software set up. I'm going to spend half of it doing the content creation for the first module and some resources, maybe the onboarding content and emails. And then the second piece will be the lead magnet that's going to get people to sign up for the membership. See the difference between how much time you're going to take by kind of giving yourself enough time to do things. But you come to this decision from that reverse engineering of what you're going to end up with. And sometimes you won't know. You won't know. You'll have to just start small and work up to it, because you may underestimate. It's better to underestimate how much you can get done. And then, oh, I got that finished, I can add another task. Then assume you can get all these things done. You get overwhelmed and then nothing gets done. And here for week 4, now this is the halfway point if we're talking about 8 weeks. So we would need to check in on the things that were supposed to get done week 1 through 3, and then to make sure we're ready to go with those things, and then we can move forward with week 4. Maybe we need, some help. We would bring in somebody to help us get those things up, because you will want to stay on schedule. You won't put too much in each week because you want to make sure you get each week done. Here in this week 4, I put marketing plan and pre-launch. I'm just going to spend a day to create the plan, another day or two to social media setup, which if the social media is already set up, I'm just going to use those days to pluck that content that I've worked on or either pull from the content I've worked on to repurpose into posts. And then the third day, pre-launch preparation. So, content for pre-launch to start marketing and promoting the membership. Now we're halfway there. We're looking back to see what has got done. What are we missing anything? Are we feeling like we're ahead of the game where we may be able to ramp it up? Halfway through, we should know that. And then week 5, content creation and testing. We're going to continue to create the content because by now it's been a month. So you're either going on schedule or you're not. And some things that might pull you off schedule, you may be overwhelmed. You may be behind because other things like life fell into place and you had to pick up and catch up. So give yourself a little bit of time. At no time in any of these weeks do you see me have 7 tasks. That means 7 things for 7 days. The whole point is to give yourself only the things that matter and give yourself plenty of time to get them done. Because remember, this is during a time where a lot of people have travel for Thanksgiving or travel to prepare for Christmas. In my family, we have a lot of birthdays, celebrations, anniversaries in this window. So that's why I've planned the way I plan, and this is the way I work this holiday season. I'm still working, but when I'm off, I'm really off. And that's how I'm able to do that by focusing all my energy on the days that I work on it, I really work on it. And if you've got 3 tasks, depending on what the project is you're working on, like with mine, it's building out a membership. I could be working 4 hours a day on content creation, 1 hour on platform testing, and then go back to the content creation. Onboarding setup, depending on how tech savvy you are, that could take 4 hours, or it could take 1 hour. Again, that's a whole week you have, and you may not get to work on the project every day. You may have 3 days you can work on it. This is a great way to say, I'm only going to work on this project, this task on this day, and I will finish it. Because sometimes when we give ourselves these short, tight deadlines, we get things done. We don't get distracted. We just set a timer and get it done. Sometimes we need that. And we're getting down to week 6. Now I'm just working on the lead magnet and list building. Still 3 tasks, 3 big tasks, but 3 in a week that has 7 days. And this is, figuring out closer to Thanksgiving. So I know I won't be working on all of those days. I'm going to hunker down and finish that lead magnet, get tested, get everything set up so it's ready to automations connected and everything. And then that second day, I'll probably have already started promoting, even on those days when I was almost finished working on something, because the promotion is the biggest part of launching something new, getting the promotion out there early as possible. So I'll be pushing the lead magnet across the social media platforms, getting content together for the channels, getting things to engage the audience, maybe hosting a webinar or a live stream or something. But still, I focus on 3 tasks, whether the tasks are big or small. There's no more than 3 for that week. And I can go backwards a little bit. Hey, did I finish up that content? Do I need to add a couple more hours to work on that? Can always check back to see where I'm behind. And if I'm caught up, I'm excited. If I'm behind, I'm not upset. I just give myself an extra bit of time. And I always put everything on the clock. I put it on a planner and set timers so that I don't sell myself short with time, even if I have to stop and go back to something. I like deep work where I'm going working from an hour to 2 hours at a time on one particular thing. And pro tip, batch working is huge and it's very helpful. I find it to be helpful. Where if I'm recording videos, I'm recording videos across the board. If I'm writing content. I'm writing a blog post. I'm writing an email. I'm writing social posts. Batch work helps you. You don't have to stop and do a different thing in each block of time. So just a pro tip. On to week 7, final touches and pre-launch. If you're into your week 8 project and you're down to week 7, you probably look back to see, hey, what have I gotten done? Maybe you were launching a membership, maybe you're launching your business and you're getting close to having everything done. You may have some areas that are, they need some more work. This is where you go step back and catch up to final touches and maybe get some advice if you need feedback from others, from outside sources. Your last chance push of promoting everything and just kind of rounding up all the pieces together and then set up for your pre-launch for this. And this is, of course, is an example of is a membership, but you could use this example for whatever you're doing for 8 weeks. These 8 weeks before this holiday, during this holiday season. And then the final launch week, there's 4 different things. There's opening the doors, they're announcing the launch. And depending on when this week happens, if it happens right before Black Friday week and you're going to do something, launch something, the week before and then do something, have it set up for Black Friday, you can automate those things so that you're still not working on Thanksgiving. You can automate them so that you can have that whole week. You promote from Monday to Wednesday, promote Friday, and then set up for Cyber Monday or whatever you're going to set up for. But the point is you can use automations for that so that you don't have to be engaged in it. You can have your videos record, you can have a webinar that's evergreen recorded. There's so many ways to take advantage of automations that are available so that you're not using all of your time. Because 8 weeks is a lot of time to get something done. You just have to be strategic and really hunker down and focus on what you're trying to accomplish. So this breakdown, I hope it was helpful for you. And if you find scheduling, productivity, and managing a business tools and tips for managing a business to be helpful, consider liking or subscribing to our channel to get access to more of this. Bye.